TSM and 100 Thieves. What an incredible first map. It already defied what we could ever reasonably expect looking at the histories of these two teams and all of the statistics. Everything just pointed towards a fairly dominant TSM win, but that's not what we saw. We saw 100 Thieves stepping it up, Sean, in a way we couldn't have foreseen. And now we go into Bind, where, again, historically, what we're expecting is this should be pretty dominant for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, 100 Thieves has looked really good on Bind. That game yesterday that they played, I mean, geez, so much heroics. The players individually look so comfortable when I watch 100 Thieves play Bind. Steel in the clutches, Asuna entering into that A site with satchels over the truck. You know, they're all over the place. They have so much impact. Their footprint on the map, they know how to react in the clutch scenarios. And that's half the battle in Valorant, is just knowing what you're vulnerable to and how the abilities work in certain environments. And it looks like they've mastered it on Bind. Now, we haven't seen much from TSM on Bind, but when we did, I particularly remember Wardell going for a lot of dry peeks out of the showers with the operator. Now, that's something that's very rare. He can catch off a lot of people, but I'm sure 100 Thieves has done their research on that. So I don't know what approach TSM is going to take, but this is going to be a banger.
Yeah, so I was going to ask you, the TSM, we need to try to find some win conditions here for them, things to look out for, because again, it feels like we've got to give the TSM fans a little bit of hope out there, given that now they're off to a bad start, going down 0-1 in this best of 5 on a map they should have won, and on Bind, you were talking about the showers control, and I've seen 100 Thieves, as you'd mentioned, focus a lot around there. We're seeing a lot of teams reacting to them, like T1, with these pops into showers, as well as going through the long B TP to back showers to kind of pinch onto this default. Are there any other things that we can expect as we're going into the Agent Select presented by Verizon?
Well, we can't expect Hiko to troll us with the Viper hover. I mean, it's a tale as old as time, apparently. But Steel on the Cypher being the only Sentinel is something to look out for, as well as, I mean, Hiko being the only Sova in a Bind game is shocking. I think Sova has tons of impact on this map, but you can see TSM is trying something different. The Sky pick, I mean, this is, I'd imagine they're going to be the only team in the finals that ends up using Sky, right? I don't see 100 Thieves using Sky on any of the maps so far. But they're going to use Sky for information. Those flashes do let you know when people are blinded. So kind of acting, like a Sova, a pseudo Sova role. And I'm curious to see how Cutler opens things up with those.
Yeah, I'm super curious about this Bind's choice of Sky for TSM. They've got to have something planned here, knowing that this map is going to come up in this series. We're going to see the gameplay. The gameplay is going to tell us a story. We're about to kick things off here at map 2 between 100 Thieves and TSM. This is the grand finals of First Strike North America. And we'll kick things off here with that showers control. We were talking about it. And Steel
through the telly,
open it up. And they, as you say, like the telly pressure comes through as well. The split, this is what we opened it up with, expecting this shower pinch. And that's exactly what we got. It leaves Wardell left standing after the dust settles. But he's in a 1v3. He's fairly healthy. 100 health, no shields. He's got that dash. And the only thing that's an issue really here for Wardell is to figure out what is the move here. Now, he doesn't have to plant the spike or anything. Obviously, he's on the defense. But he should be expecting that 100 Thieves would group up to get the spike. They knew it was in showers. And Wardell, he has heard nothing. So he's perhaps anticipating the rotate.
Yeah, I don't think Wardell is aware that he had the spike. Or maybe he's looking for the third player in this pack. He's left, and now he's going to come through short A. But given where Asuna came from, which was defender spawn, I would imagine they are very, very well aware that Wardell is coming from short A right here. See Asuna just getting to heaven. Wardell has snuck past him, and he's now making his way through U-Haul. But Asuna spotted him, and now things get very, very difficult for Wardell.
And that classic is the gun you want to see him on, though. This could really make it work out. He finds the back of Dicey, but Nitro has the back of him as well. And, as I'd mentioned, we talked about the showers pinch. We actually see it first round through the TP there to try to deal with this 100 Thieves occupation of showers. And it doesn't go as well as TSM had hoped. So we'll have to keep our eyes on that as the rounds progress, but we're into a save here, and it's just Sabrosa who's picked up a Sheriff for TSM and Drone with a Ghost, but we're not going to see those 4 spies that I think that 100 Thieves like a little bit more.
Yeah, and again, 100 Thieves gonna demand shower control at the start of this round. The Omen going over here, the Sova, the Jet, the Recon to the back. Subrosa's gonna fight for it with the paint shells and the boom bot probably here.
Nice fight from Nitro.
Doesn't even get a chance to pull out the paint shells. The drone coming out of shower. This is very, very fast from 100 Thieves, and the site has been lost for TSM.
I really like the way that they've executed this 100 Thieves as an anti-eco. Gets them onto a spike plant very quickly, and you've only had to worry about like a couple choke points on your way to that, which is, if you're thinking about a way to have consistency with your anti-eco, having as few spots to get surprised by a shorty as possible is definitely going to go well for you most of the time. And Drone will find some damage. Dicey will fall. Not the best range for Asuna's Stinger. Nitro with the transfers. Decent damage being done. 3 players left standing for 100 Thieves. Just Cutler now might be able to eke out some additional pain, but Hiko will finish him off with a shock dart. And we'll be moving quite quickly into our first buy versus buy. And, you know, Sean, is there anything you want to set up here in terms of what we should expect or what you want to see from these teams in this first buy round?
I mean, TSM on Bind, when I watch them, they live and die by Wardell's operator. And I would be shocked if we don't see it. Yeah, there it is. So it's just where he's going to go. And he's going to go showers. He's going to dry peek this and fight till the death right here in showers. But you can see this is a fast B hit going to come out 100 Thieves. 0 A presence, and there's only 2 people at this B site. No one is long B.
Yes, 2 players in hookah right now for TSM. Their job is to delay this as much as they can. But the problem is losing the hookah control, or rather, sorry, the B long and garden control so quickly. It's going to mean that they'll be stuck in this like no man's land as they could possibly lose the site. We'll see how they handle this. Here comes the actual push onto hookah. Drone able to defend there, getting tagged by that recon dart. They know exactly where they are. Oh, the reload comes through. Hiko can punish. Drone still alive though. 11 bullets left in his gun. Can he find a way to shoot his way out of this one? Wardell is going to ease things up here for Drone. Wardell with 2, and that is suddenly a huge change in this situation. Nitro though, looking to equalize once again. As things calm down on the side, he's got to grab the spike. He's managed to do that. He's got 50 seconds to try to play this situation out. Slowing things down, seeing if he's going to see any information here. Is someone going to give him a peek as he holds this angle? Expecting the drone might jump up onto the box there, but caught by Subrosa, by Garden. And that will be the round for TSM.
Holy, Drone playing in hookah. This man is the epitome of the meme where the dog is in the burning house saying this is fine. How is he alive in hookah? There's people in the site waiting for him to jump out. Hiko's waiting for him to push forward, and he holds his ground. The rotate comes in from Wardell. Oh my god, what a miraculous hold by TSM right there. 2-1, and now 100 Thieves actually has rifles. The shower fight goes down here with Wardell and 100 Thieves.
Yeah, and there was a sky flash towards B long. They know it's going to be a heavy commit towards this A side of the map here. They're going to force the issue, 100 Thieves, straight through, but Wardell is going to have an answer. The operator in hand is going to drop 2 players. 100 Thieves looking to reset now. They've lost so much. Nitro with the TP, but Hayes is ready for it. Thinking that everybody will be drawn forwards towards the showers position and that there'll be some space to work with, but no. And Hiko and Dicey is all that's left.
Now, this round seems like it's cut and dry going in TSM's favor. And I don't think there's much that 100 Thieves can do to win this round. But taking out a lot of the economy on TSM would be huge this early in the game for 100 Thieves. So sticking together, potentially winning this battle on the B site, and, you know, making reinvestments come the next round would be massive this early, which is what Hiko is trying to get Dicey to do with him.
Yeah, the recon dart could be very helpful as well to eliminate some of these positions and give Dicey just some extra opportunities. And there's that
30 seconds
recon
left.
dart. See if he can find somebody, or at least eliminate, as I'd mentioned, some positions. Cloudburst allowed them to go a bit further forwards. Has to dodge that flash. Dicey, oh, can't find Drone, sitting in the Cloudburst. And Hiko gets a single kill. So only 1 player down. Not really what they were looking for, as you described, in terms of economic damage, but this is so huge from Wardell, man. So huge.
the cojones on this man. He sees the cam hit the wall, doesn't even bat an eye. He didn't even blink. He just held the angle, hit his shot, and dashed out. That has to be infuriating if you're Steel.
One thing to note as well is that at the beginning of that round, we see that Cutlass sending that flash all the way down long to get that info. And that's something that will be an interesting dynamic to kind of pay attention to, how TSM react when there's no info gained by that flash on long. Again, we see it on the minimap. Flash long, no one's blinded. Hookah control comes through, so they can probably estimate what's going on right now, a slower default, but it is just a pistol here for 100 Thieves.
And there's Mr. Good Boy going clear along B. Oh no, Sabrosa's getting lurked on right here by Nitro. Is he going to be aware of people being up this close short A? He has almost no utility here. He's going to hold down U-Haul, but he is definitely going to get swarmed.
It might be somewhat awkward, especially with the Vandal, not as powerful in these multi-spray downs as a Phantom. Sabrosa though, if he hits the headshots, he'll be fine. There's one, flash comes through, and Drone just swings in for the support at the most key timing possible. And that's for the Prime Gaming Flawless.
Yep. You know, Dan, sometimes things look a little sketchy to me, and then I kind of forget how good Sabrosa is, you know? He reminds me every time, though.
Yeah, no problem for that. And all right, going into a buy round now, and you know we already saw a couple lurks in the buys. I'm curious if we'll see a mix-up. We'll actually might see some of Sky's utility come into play here early round as we see a more heavy commit towards the B side of the map.
Oh, Drone is playing by U-Haul. He has the run it back. Is he going to go through the teleporter? Cutler through the bird out of Hookah. That sensed if there's anyone in this Sands area. I would imagine he's going to do it again. And if that bird blinds someone, I guarantee you the run it back is coming through. And there's the Wolf. It spotted 3 people. Drone is going to wait for it. Probably 5 seconds. The drone is now in Hookah. Here it comes.
Oh, destroyed the drone, but Cutler goes down. There's a run it back though, and it gets blinded on the way through. So Wardell stuck backside, having to do a lot of work here by himself. And Steel with this lurk, he's so good at this short A lurks. You've got to watch out for this with Steel. He gets so much value from this.
I know exactly.
And he's going to get the neural theft there as well to get all of the info. They know exactly where Wardell is. Do they challenge it into the... They're going to go for it. Wardell, oh my goodness, has to pull out the ghost. And that's going to work out nicely for 100 Thieves as Wardell can't really stop that. 100 Thieves really outplaying TSM in this round. They have an answer for absolutely everything that's come their way.
Spike planted.
Austin is just coming in the B side like Mary Poppins, just floating down. It's just, this guy's always satcheling all over the place. He's so fun to watch on Raze. And Wardell just has to dash in the middle of the open to try to live. Doesn't work out for him. But I love these lurks from Steel. It probably won them that Sentinel series, if I'm being honest. I mean, you brought it up. He got many big frags going into the A site onto Zombs in particular. And now you see him do it again here. But the layers from 100 Thieves, they knew Drone had the run it back, and they waited. Nitro had that paranoia ready for the teleporter. The second Drone comes through it, he's blind. He gets nothing out of that.
Yeah. It's I mean, it's so cool to see that counterplay and utility usage tactically. The team's trying to have that seesaw action of trying to gain some control and the play to swing it back into the favor of the other team on response. And it just seemed like, as you mentioned, 100 Thieves just had all of the correct answers. They were ready for everything, and then on top of it, it's, as you say, like the cherry on top is this Steel leg, and that's the death knell right there. The sound of that neural theft going down, allowing them to know that they've exactly where Wardell is. He's completely isolated, which renders the dark cover there, covering Wardell, completely useless.
Revealing area.
Oh, 100 Thieves feigning pressure towards Shower, and TSM is actually just giving it up this round. This is super unique. Not many times in these pro games do you see Shower control just given up by both sides. Dicey's holding it very passively, which leads me to believe they might come back here late. But for now, 100 Thieves just feeling at the map, running a very slow default.
We just had a Skybird sent through to short B as well, which did actually get a blind on a couple players. So that info does exist for TSM, that there's some players short B right now. And obviously now Asuna is really showing that presence. And
surely Hiko's going to use this Hunter's Fury on the hit. This is going to be very difficult.
Here.
it's definitely looking likely. Resetting into this. They are going to be going into the perfect situation here. Finding the site with only 2 players on it. Although that said, there is a fast TP available for Wardell B long, which I imagine will happen. So that's something that we'll have to be worried about by TSM, and he's able to dodge that. And they're not going to use the TP, they're going to go straight through here. Well, 100 Thieves into a pretty strong defense. Well played so far by TSM. Sabrosa pulls out the rocket to make the difference. The dodge there, and straight through the TP. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. I imagine it might be because Nitro does have the spike. He's going to make the play for this B site. Wardell's ready though with that operator, but where did the TP go? Where's Nitro? There he is. Wardell finds the frag, and the spike is his, as is the round for TSM. 4-3 as they pull ahead, just one.
Dan, I'm an Overwatch fan, and I lost Nitro. I lost him right there. I just showed.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, is he in the site? Where'd he go? Wardell remained super calm during that whole thing, and that might be one of the first times this entire playoff bracket where Hiko didn't net a frag with his Sova ult after tagging. Very fortunate for Hayes to get through that alive, and he actually comes up, with a big hold because of it.
Yeah, and it's interesting now because the only super dangerous ult for initiating right now is Asuna's, and you said how good he is with the satchels and creating space, so it looks like we may see that going straight into this B site.
He knows Drone is on the left, and he has his ult.
Oh, Color's pushing through, my god, going aggressive. They're pretty much all there. At the same time, Steel's lurking B garden. He's lurking his way into the B site, and oh, Drone, he's so difficult to remove from this position. He's holding his ground. He's trying to delay for as long as possible. Rotation has now been had for TSM into the B site. Drone misses the headshot, but he'll get it straight back again as they challenge his position. 3 versus 2 in favor of 100 Thieves. They're not committed to B right now. They don't have to go for it, but with that tag from Steel's Cam, he was so patient. He might be able to do something here, and that's a great response from Hayes. That's going to allow Hayes to survive here. Play back site and keep his position alive. This is so critical from Hayes. And
look at this, it's like Cam still up.
Hayes, he doesn't bat an eye. He's so confident. The fake TP there, but that recon dart to counter that, and Hayes is looking for the angle. He's going to be denied.
30 seconds
it's
left.
up to Wardell here, 1 versus 2. 20 seconds for this spike to go down. They haven't committed onto the site just yet. They're still standing in hookah, which may benefit Wardell. But Wardell, he's thinking that with the time left, they've got to be rotating. They've absolutely mind-gamed him here, and he's going to be unable to prevent them from getting onto the site. Beautiful from 100 Thieves to do
10
this.
seconds left.
Absolutely gorgeous play by 100 Thieves. And on top, the cherry on top of all this is Hiko's recon dart has now recharged. And now he has this recon for the post plant. They know Wardell is coming from teleporter, and Hiko's just chilling at elbow, ready to shoot that thing at the top of hookah.
He has everything, though. He's got every ability ready to go. He could switch out the guns if he wants. He's going to keep the operator, though. Wardell trying some pot shots here, and he's turning his side. Oh, this could be bad, the timing. Cloudburst to tap the bomb. He doesn't know how close Dicey is to that spike. Dicey spraying through. Wardell! He gets one! It's a shotgun, or is it a sniper? I don't even know. Wardell pulls out the classic, but Hiko's there in time to deal with it. And Wardell made that look very scary indeed. He's good for the no scopes. And that's going to tie things up, 4-4.
Absolutely terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. This man in this clutch scenarios. It was so winnable in the one-on-one for him. I couldn't believe he got it to that. But who would you rather have in that scenario if you're 100 Thieves than Hiko? This just clutches everything.
He is a clutch monster. Always has been. Here we go, play that out into short B. Do TSM want to get more aggressive? They've shown that they're not afraid to do this with both Drone and Cutler. Been enjoying how they're setting this up with the use hill. That, I don't even know what happened there. The dark cover going down. There goes the rocket, though, straight into hookah. Takes down Drone. Is there a response, though? Hayes goes through the TP, but he's stuck now. This gets awkward. How do they deal with this scenario? Hayes doesn't have any util. He's going to open the door, see if he can get something from this. Nitro takes him down, though. Definitely a scary situation to be in, and that might just be the round here. 2 versus 5 here for TSM, and Wardell has an operator. That's a lot of money in his hands that he would do very well to keep hold of.
The reactions from 100 Thieves on these hookah takes is just honestly something to witness. But they're going to go in.
They want to kill the guns, Sean.
Wardell.
I think they want to get rid of the guns. I think
this.
they read the save.
Sabrosa could really break this up here. He could take out the Raze. There it is. It's now a 4-on-2. Wardell makes it a 3-on-3.
Spike planted.
Uh-oh, it's happening, Sean. Wardell is making it happen with the daggers. The operator comes back out. He's done it there. There's one more in showers, though. Hiko, last man standing. He is the clutch master. We know he can do it as he takes down Wardell. It's a 1 versus 1. He's got the Hunter's Fury. He's got the shock darts. He can fall back. Sabrosa, dangerous as ever, looking to make this one work as well. Forcing Hiko back with the paint bombs. There goes the shock darts. He's got the lineups as the defuse comes in. Hiko gets the Red Bull clutch. Beautiful play there from 100 Thieves. Sean, I thought they were going for the guns. I thought they wanted to kill them, but maybe they just actually were trying to outplay themselves. I don't know what happened there, but they won the round. That's what's important.
Dan, that could have been the biggest blunder of this grand finals. If 100 Thieves lost that 2-on-5, they would have never forgiven themselves for not just sticking to that B side. Oh my goodness. Wardell had an opportunity to win it too. He had that shot on Hiko at showers in the 1-on-2. Oh my god. That was filthy how it got to that scenario, though.
It's so crazy because, again, like, if Sabrosa doesn't try to stick that at all and just taps it and walks forward, he catches Hiko. There's just so many things that can go wrong for both sides, but we are into the next round. 5 rounds for 100 Thieves, 4 for TSM. And we have that, what has been quite typical, initial pressure towards hookah. It has seemingly been mostly about hookah rather than showers, which is kind of the story we were talking about, how historically, especially in this tournament, in the playoffs, showers has been the opening play for most teams.
Dan, I'm really scared for how this is progressing for 100 Thieves. They've given up hookah control time and time again to this drone boombot nade combo. They have no solutions for it right now. And you can see these two players are on the B site. Not much info. Hound goes out towards long, clears out Octagon, and there's the ult. That's going to let them know that this is an A hit.
Oh,
Steal
neural theft. Here we go.
Everyone hiding.
Oh no. This is so devastating for TSM. Oh, what do they do from this position? They are on the A side. They have U-Haul control there, so that's pretty important. But Steel, it just feels like he's ahead of everything right now. The TP comes through from Nitro. He'll take down Hayes, leaving just Cutler and Drone as they waltz their way in. Decent position for Drone to maybe make something happen, but that's a great paranoia from Nitro. Oh, he is so good right now. And that's another round in the bag for 100 Thieves as they prove just why they're so good on bind. And I'm not seeing too much from Sky so far on the defense for TSM, or it helping them, I suppose.
Yeah, the Sky ults in particular have been very lackluster when I've seen them throughout the event. They haven't really even developed into fully helping the team. They're always a little bit late. I haven't really seen the value, you know, that would push it above a Sova right now on bind. And you can see the Sova on 100 Thieves, Hiko sitting there at 10 and 5 is having tons of impact. And with that Hunter's Fury on deck, it's not stopping this round.
Yeah, this TSM really need to find a way to make some changes here. Again, that short B control has been really strong for 100 Thieves, and the times in which TSM were able to try to counter that, we've actually seen, I think as you described, Sean, you know, there was an answer for everything from 100 Thieves, even when the run it back was used from the short A TP to assist TSM's efforts in holding the hookah position and that aggression. It just seems like 100 Thieves know every answer.
Yeah, and look at this. We have the same double hookah setup from Drone and Cutler, but Sabrosa playing pocket is slightly different. He can throw his paint shells through the teleporter, and I think that's what he might do. But this Drone is just absolutely destroying these hookah players, and it might do it again. The fast telly again?
There we go.
This is going to be a war.
This is, we were talking about what the response can be, and they're like, well, we've put a lot of investment. How about we put some more in? 4 players ready to split onto that short B position. That's caused a huge rotation from 100 Thieves. Usually, that's the reason why Steel lurks too, because it gives them the understanding of what's happening at A and allows, oh my god, Wardell does it again! Another fantastic shot from Wardell. It is Steel to answer back. Who else? 2 versus 3 now for our 100 Thieves as they try to get the spike planted. Sabros is close though. He's going to find one. There's the second and the round for TSM as they make their way to their 5th on the board. Can they equalize it in the final round of this first half?
Oh my god, Wardell does it time and time again. He punishes these Omen ults with his quick, he can quickly close that distance between him and the Omen ult. Same thing with dodging Raze ults, Sova ults. This man knows how to use his jet abilities to perfection. That is a chef's kiss moment right there from Wardell. Hunting that down, getting the frag through the cage on short A. They needed that one.
Get out of my way!
And the same setup here at A. Wardell in showers, slightly different.
There's a shot, the Cloudburst to cover his retreats, his reposition. Oh, in comes Asuna though with the satchels, trying to find Wardell. He knows he's here somewhere, and it is indeed 100 Thieves to get the kills back sight. Asuna is going, he knows there's one more. The bloodthirst from Asuna is just unmatched, taking down Hazed as well. The spike goes down for 100 Thieves, but it is a 3 versus 2 for them, so it's not all said and done just yet. Drone has to run it back, but and then he's popped it. He's going straight into the site. Oh, got laser onto Nitro's face as the run it back is taken out or expires, and it's a 2 versus 2 now. So it did its job. Asuna, very low, goes to the forward off angle. The curveball flicks away from it. It's up to Drone now to save this for TSM, and he can't do it. It's Hiko. Of course it's Hiko. Again, 100 Thieves, 7-5 at the end of the first half here on map 2 of this grand final.
Switching sides.
Is there a clutch this man can't win? Put him in any 1 versus 1 right now in this first strike qualifier. I favor him. It just seems like Hiko always comes up on top. He always has the right timings on these peaks, knows how to use his utility. Oh my goodness. These rounds though, Drone in the run it back. It did not look like he was going to get that frag at bench. Oh man.
I really liked what TSM were doing as well, because I feel like Sentinels made a mistake against 100 Thieves in their setups by going 2B heavy, and that's what 100 Thieves are counting on. But TSM didn't make that mistake, and they still had 3 on A, which gave them the ability to make these rounds more competitive. But still.
Oh, Dan, this could be a long B push, right? With 3 people gathered at long B, the early recon coming down, the Boombot following Sabrosa. Is he ready for this?
Looks like he might be able to escape there, just bunnying as best he can, but there we go. The catch is there for 100 Thieves, and they know that that's got to be a pretty big investment of players, so you'd expect them to go pretty quick into A here, which they are doing, up short A, but you can see Steel's here with the cam. With the nerdy cam here on Newhall, he's going to be able to tag one of the 3 players, gets all the input, there's the cage, and the trip. Oh, he's so good with these setups.
Spike planted.
And he's going to be able to hold on to this position. U-Haul is extremely important to control in these post plants. It will give 100 Thieves a lot to work with. But in comes Drone, looking to take down Steel. Oh, I thought that he wasn't going to win that one. Steel, though, wrapping his way around 100 Thieves with every single kill. And the defuse comes in as well.
Holy, the flawless round from from 100 Thieves. The flawless by Prime Gaming. It didn't look like it was going to happen when Steel didn't get the initial frag with the cage. I thought they would get U-Haul control and the round would be close, but the rotate, because of how quickly they cleared out that long B area by Fountain, they were just all over it. By the time the spike was planted at A, there was 500 Thieves players there waiting.
That goes there.
This one-way cage.
Yeah.
Steel is such a rat. It's perfect that he has a cage, right?
Yeah. I just can't emphasize enough like how important U-Haul control is, and he's just there, just like one man, and no one can take it away from him. It's just so huge, the impact that has. So it is the eco here for TSM. They are certainly off to a poor start here into the second half after losing that pistol. It is interesting how Steel, opts for the Ares in these rounds. Oh, going to challenge the Bros. Trading though. Nice will fall back. So 4 versus 4, that's actually quite a good situation for TSM, all things considered.
Yeah, we mentioned this a lot. The 4-on-4 definitely favors the attack side. It spreads out the defense. It makes either site weak. So you can see now there's 2 players on both sides. So there will be a 4-on-2 at this A site for this exec. But look at Steel's utility. It's gonna be a nightmare to get past that utility that deep into the site.
Yeah, the delay possible between him and you can see Nitro here with the dark covers, with also the paranoia, is going to allow time for the rotation to come through. And there's the answer. That's why the Ares is so good. But Wardell is going to take Steel's head clean off with that Sheriff as Nitro is able to keep hold of this position. He's not very healthy. He knows they're really close there. That flash comes through. He's able to get one more out of it. Nitro, it took far too much to take him down. It leaves Cutler. He's got no time to get this spike planted at this point. He's going to make the run, but he doesn't have the time, I don't think.
I think Hiko's... Oh, he doesn't have time anyway. And they're going to let him live exactly like what they did on Split. Look, Hiko's backing up. This is bad for Cutler and TSM. This is very bad.
He might be able to force the issue here, though. Yeah, he does. That's good for him, at least.
Yeah, so he ends up getting the lost bonus, luckily. And now TSM has a full buy. Whew. You can see it's taking its toll.
Yeah.
On Hayes right here, the stress building.
100 Thieves are bringing so much to the table here. They have so many answers for so many of the... To start off with, I mean, you know what? I can't even have time to go into this, Sean, because we have that operator in the hands of Dicey, but so does Wardell, and he's going to take Dicey down. He anticipates that's a likely peak in the right place at the right time for the punish. And 100 Thieves, they start off a man down. So, Sean, you're an in-game leader. You're playing a 5v4 with 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. It's got to feel good.
It definitely feels good, but you know that 100 Thieves is going to aggress somewhere for information. And you can see they tried it at Long B. They realized they saw Sabrosa there lurking aggressively. And I think now they have a cushion, right, where this A hit is likely going to happen. Look, the full rotate's coming in. 400 Thieves players will be here when this spike is down.
Yeah, Hayes, very key position. The most forward player is able to defend against Nitro. That's a big frag, but Asuna's coming through with the operator here, close range from U-Haul. Again, Hayes defends. Really good round here from Hayes so far. Steel and Hiko is all that's left. The Ares is trying to do what it can, but looks pretty good for TSM right now. Working on that flawless as Hiko's the last man standing. And what is the play here for Hiko? No, nothing really available for him. 10 seconds away from the recon dart. Drone's been
30
used.
seconds left.
Doing some economic damage would be nice. So it looks like that's what Hiko's going to be playing for in this scenario. And there we go. The Prime Gaming Flawless comes through for TSM. Great round. They start things off by picking Dicey as he peeks from Huka, and they play the 5 versus 4 very well after that.
Hayes did look stressed. Apparently, that doesn't really affect his aim very much because I believe he had a 3 or 4K this round. Jeez, what a clean round for TSM. And that is massive for their ability to come back in this game. I believe they might have an ult or 2 on deck at this point. No, actually not. That's shocking. So Rose is going to take this quick peek towards Long, and he's going to get the fight. Oh, this might be a teleporter play.
Yeah,
they're going to try to pinch teleporter.
So far, it's good damage. They're just working with these pistols, so it's going to be difficult for them. TSM looking pretty well grouped up at this point. It's just Cutler who's alone. Oh, nice shot from Asuna. Not sure how he pulled that one off. Sabrosa's here to try to prevent them from doing any more.
Greedy, Dan. This is very greedy. I don't know if this is a good idea. Sabrosa falls here. This could be winnable for 100 Thieves. I know they have low HP, but the ults...
Planted.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a kind of a dodgy situation. Does he want to risk dying at all? Could just stay in the TP here. And he does perhaps want the kill so he can charge up his ultimate, though. That is something that I think would be very important for TSM, to have that showstopper available for the next buy rounds. And if you can get one more kill, it's... Oh, okay, there you go. It's working out. One more kill and an ult orb now in the next round, and he's going to have his showstopper ready to go. So that's, I would say, a pretty big win for him.
Yeah, I know he has a dragon skin, but that is so annoying. It's like a mosquito in your face.
Okay, let's check out the ultimate economy here at the beginning of the next round, just to see what we can maybe anticipate in terms of strategy and tactics from these two teams. We can see right now, it does look like we have Asuna with the showstopper available. We know that Sabrosa's one away from his being available. We have the Sky ultimate available as well. So that could be interesting to see exactly, what TSM decide to go for, given the fact that those two ults could be quite well combined.
Oh, Dan, this A site is weak, and the way TSM is posturing early, it really feels like it's going to be an early short A hit. I don't know how they would go about it. Maybe an ult towards heaven. Oh, the Sky ult's coming out. Paranoia is going to have to be wasted on this.
Oh, Asuna! He gets the triple off the rocket. It's the 4th kill. He's working on the ace. Asuna, absolutely monstrous performance there on short A, looking for the last player. He wants every single kill. And I don't even know if TSM knew what just happened there. In a blink of an eye, they're just gone. All of them just gone. Oh, it's devastating.
What a time to bust out the best showstopper we've seen in months. The triple frag this early into the round, grand finals, and the ace for Asuna.
Can you believe it?
Superstar duelist from 100 Thieves.
It doesn't seem fair. It just doesn't seem fair, Sean. This is brutal. The most savage thing I think I've seen in First Strike so far. Just all of TSM's hopes and dreams. We were talking about it. We were leading, building the expectation as to what they had to build from that Sky ult, and it's just gone. It is just gone.
Wow. Like a house of cards. Everything came tumbling down so fast right there for TSM. And now this round matters a lot for their economy moving forward. And they're going to do the same exact thing. This same early A aggression. Drone going up short A. Steal again, finding impact on the Cypher. Tagging Hayes, take him down. But Drone has got U-Haul now.
Yeah, that's a huge kill. Nitro, if he's allowed to delay from that U-Haul position for any longer, it really creates problems. But speaking of problems, steals such a good lurk from that Showers position. And we'll see what he can do here. They have to expect it. Great angle held by Wardell. That deals to Steel. Asuna tries to make the swing work, but after he lost Steel and didn't have Steel to play off of, it was not going to work out. It was a desperate swing, and it leaves it to Dicey. And now Hiko. Wardell coming back with a vengeance. TSM coming back with a vengeance into this round after suffering such a devastating showstopper at the hands of Asuna. Hiko trying to keep this dream alive in this round at least. Able to take down one more, trying to close the distance now and make this as damaging as possible. And we know Hiko has done ridiculous things in the past, but this round won't be another one of those occasions as TSM pick up another round. And it feels like it takes so much right now, Sean, for TSM to pick up these rounds.
It's insane. There are so many little details that were just so cool to watch with that round. Steel playing that Showers position, you pointed it out. He put a trip behind him. So that's why he seemed so fearless that someone was going to flank him. He was aware no one could come. He had a trip holding his flank. And then he's looking forward. So Wardell inches his way up to Sightbox, not visible to Heaven, not visible backside, and holds Shower. But Sabrosa's on the deep box holding Heaven. It's like everyone had a little system of checks and balances. So many little details went into the trades of that round and so much coordination. I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah, it's so impressive. And it's so encouraging to see as well, because there's been so many rounds that just look like, as we had mentioned, 100 Thieves, their strategy and their approach is really strong, and then on top of that, they just understand the responses so well that they just always have an answer. And that's very difficult to play with. It does feel like TSM were always coming in on the back foot on bind. Statistically, again, it supports that argument too. But here we go into the next round. TSM only tailing 2 right now, coming off the back of a round win. Dicey's back on the operator. He is on the A site right now, anchoring that. The early action, though, in this round, the early pressure is in this hookah control. TSM looking like they want to clear it out, but we'll see how easy that is or not. Sabrosa, he's got that showstopper as well. Asuna dealing with the utility. They're trying to flush him out.
Very scary for Asuna. The two duelists from TSM decide to save that meal for later. They've been hungry all tournament, just so thirsty for these frags, just rushing for them. But this is going to be an A hit. And Dicey with the operator, he hasn't had much success on bind so far, but we saw him come up huge at the end of split.
Sean, Hiko has the ult. He's in spawn with the Hunter's Fury ready to go. This could be really powerful. There's that TP back heaven. We've seen that a few times. It's cancelled though. There's that, that's that ult. The Hunter's Fury sent all the way down towards that short A position to try to delay or just destroy this push. Drone, he's so far forward to run it back. He gets the info. 2 players pipes, 2 players spawn. And there are 100 Thieves players on every single angle, it feels like. TSM, they've barely got any space to breathe as they try to hold these positions. Color able to only get one. It's up to Sabrosa. Here, he's got the showstopper. I don't know if he has time to bring that out. Goes for the frag out of the dark cover, gets a double. Drone picks up one as well. Looking great right now for TSM to convert. But it's Hiko. It's Hiko again. Now the 1v1. He's got time to make this one work. Trying to use that info from the dart. He knows there has to be one nearby. No! How did Hiko pull it off again? Hiko does it again. That didn't look possible. He wasn't even looking towards Drone. The Red Bull clutch moment from him. Unbelievable. You said it earlier, Sean. You cannot put this guy in a clutch. He can't win.
I can't believe it. Sabrosa had the showstopper on short A. Drone in showers. Those are the exact people you want alive on TSM. The star performers of the entire event. Top statistically in the server right now from the entire tournament. And Hiko wins the 1-on-2 against them. Incredible round coming out of the old man Hiko. And look at the smile on his face.
The chef's kiss.
The chef's kiss.
That moment of smugness, my God. You know, Sean, I've commentated Hiko for many years, and a lot of like the hype commentary clips I have are just casting Hiko clutching man. He's done some ridiculous stuff in his career, and it doesn't seem to end. Age is no barrier for him, and TSM looking to try to find a way to bounce back from that. Is it too much? Did that break the back? Did that clutch break the back of TSM? We'll find out shortly here on Bind. Sabrosa will be forced back. They might try to actually finish the... In fact, they will. He'll just put... Steal! Come on, man! This is insane! 2 headshots from him, the most aggressive Cypher you've ever seen. And that's going to put TSM on the back foot. 3 against 4 now.
Dan, it's like they smell blood. There's blood in the water right now, and 100 Thieves, they are playing so aggressive for the first time on defense here. Steel pushing down long B, but these players are stuck Octagon. It doesn't matter, though.
Drone's able to recover it slightly. It does put it into a 2v3. Nitro's put the pressure on. He's TP'd across, so they'll know that there's 2 players on B at the moment. So they have some decisions to make.
30 seconds left.
How do they manage this scenario? They're in hookah, they've got the spike, they know, I believe they know that there is a player towards Gardner in the site somewhere. Hiko could really ruin their day, though, if they overlook this position. Could see a recon dart get sent over that. Hiko, though, is waiting for the perfect moment. He wants his teammates to be able to capitalize from this. The shock dart goes through, doesn't do any damage. Second one whiffs as well. Recon dart now ready to go. And in comes the retake. Dicey, he could get in real quick with the dash up draft. We'll have to see if he can get anything from this. He knives down Hazed. It leaves Drone. 1 versus 2. TSM, they need a clutch. They need a clutch so bad. But Nitro in his face with the judge will take him out. And that's another round in the bag here for 100 Thieves.
Holy, Nitro coming in with the judge. Gavel hits the table. This man puts an end to the TSM dream clutch scenario. And again, it just seems like 100 Thieves are just winning all of the clutches on Bind. All of them are going their way, and it's the same thing that happened last night versus Sentinels. It's what I talked about before the game started. They just used their abilities perfectly in these scenarios that they could have never practiced. This is incredible to watch.
It's really insane the level that 100 Thieves are bringing into this one. They have just they have all of the structure, the strategy, the tactics. They've got the clutch, and they have all of the responses. They've got the calling. This is an insanely well-rounded team right now, and they're bringing something different to the table as well, especially with some of the aggressions we're seeing out of Steel.
Dan,
That's an
I don't want to allude to anything here, but let's just say TSM has found themselves in this scenario before, 12-8 on Bind. Not sure you remember it.
We got the showstopper ready for Asuna. Will he send it through the TP? Looks like he won't. He will take control of B long, though. He's forced them back, and he's kind of made this a bit weird because now Sabrosa's all the way towards showers. So what is the plan here for TSM? Do they want to reset this situation? They go back for B long control. They did force out the showstopper, and it's gone. They've got to run it back now for Drone. TSM is set up here, Sean.
Oh, the recon gets nothing, Dan. The recon gets nothing. Hiko now believes no one's at B, and look, he's rotating to A. Asuna has pushed out of hookah, and he falls to Haze. This B bomb site is wide open now. Oh! And Wardell is simultaneously opening up the U-Haul's position. They're everywhere.
But Dicey, he's still in heaven with that operator. He might be able to do something to save this. But Wardell, he's creeping with the knives. He's playing Thief right now as he comes in the back. And it's got he's got Dicey, man. Dead to rights with those blades. It's up to Hiko. I don't know about this one. I've seen some 1v4s in his time, but I don't know about this one. He's stuck in spawn, and you said it, Sean. You know, TSM have the quality to come back from this situation, and even if, you know, TSM go down 2 maps in this series, they're still in a position where, you know, having Ascent and Haven coming up, these are 2 maps where they can absolutely beat 100 Thieves. You know, we'll get more into that discussion later on. TSM, they're not dead just yet.
Man,
Beautiful.
Wardell's so smart. Gets hit with the paranoia, cuts the distance. It is a near sight flash, so being close to your enemy, you can still see them when you get hit by that paranoia. So he knows he has to run as quick as possible to U-Haul, and he just barely gets vision of Nitro.
And this is how it begins, Sean. You know, we have that break of momentum. We've got 100 Thieves. They lost that last round. That put them now onto an eco. This should be a round for TSM unless some kind of thrifty situation is to happen for 100 Thieves.
Oh, it's a trap over here in Showers, though. If you look, Nitro's on top the boxes outside of Showers. He definitely has a paranoia. And this is definitely a sketchy scenario, but you can see TSM wants none of that. No Showers is a very dangerous place on an eco round like this. So they're going to regroup and go B, where they should have a heavy advantage. Just Dicey here.
Yeah, and what I like about this too is that we have seen some of those anti-eco strats go fast through Showers. So I'm liking that we see this set up from 100 Thieves, even though it is a wrong guess at this point. Got that B-long control. B-long is a really nice spot to hold on to here. You don't want to go in hookah. You have a lot more control coming in from B-long. You have options through the TP if things go really bad. And now the rotation starts to occur here for the TSM side, or rather for 100 Thieves. Not committing to the spike plant just yet. What is the play here? Well, there you go. Just headhunter Sabrosa. Going to take down Hiko and still in spawn. That's going to give them a lot of comfort now. Getting the spike down. You can see they were really waiting for that, Sean. They wanted to make sure they didn't overcommit any players and create a timing for 100 Thieves.
I mean, it's so easy to just get swarmed on these sites in Valorant, right? With players like Jet who can dash and cut distance, Satchel's in play, paint shells, a teleport potentially from Nitro, but this is all but over. We now have a 12-10 game. And this might be one of the last real gun rounds of regulation. I don't think, if TSM wins this round, 100 Thieves won't have a healthy buy going into the last. So this might be the final stand for 100 Thieves.
Yes, before overtime at least. We'll have to see. 100 Thieves, you know, this would be a great round to pull out something that they haven't done before, something to catch TSM off guard. But if TSM go with a really fast pace on a play, that's also going to blow up a lot of stuff if 100 Thieves are to play their own sort of committed play somewhere early on the map. Seems fairly passive across the board. 2 players on the A side here for 100 Thieves.
Oh,
so they are quite susceptible to these A hits.
And here it comes. The paranoia gonna get countered by Nitro from U-Haul, but Sabrosa won't get hit by this on this box. He will have vision. He sees the cam.
Yeah, that's so important, seeing the cam. They hit Nitro with that dog, and it's going to be a TP out of dodge there for Nitro, so he's still going to stay alive in U-Haul, and the rotation comes through. They know that they've pulled a lot of players out of the B site, but Dicey does have the angle into hookah. They will need to make sure that they smoke that vision away from Dicey so he can't hit them as they come through to that site, but they can rotate back as well. This is a crazy rotation game right now, and you can see Nitro goes for info straight into Sabrosa's trap. Now he's got U-Haul control. Now he's taking down Sabrosa. He killed the cam earlier, I believe, so yeah. Now that's a huge advantage here, unless Asuna can pull out something crazy from this position. The satchel, Asuna, is not looking good for him. Sabrosa takes him down at 100 Thieves. They may have been outplayed here.
Holy Sabrosa with the lurk of the tournament. Him and Steel. Steel coming through heaven.
Nice shot.
Can't believe he got that one. 4-on-2. Wardell holding down Short A. This is going to be Yeah, this has to be a save for Dicey.
Do they
like
go?
I said.
Do TSM try and just get rid of these weapons right now? I think TSM's economy is very healthy.
I believe it is as well. I think they should probably hunt these kills. They might be a little bit scared because things can turn so quickly in Valorant. But yeah, you can see now Sabrosa's looking. He's on the hunt. This is a rare scenario in Valorant where you should hunt. And now that they know exactly where 100 Thieves is going to be holding.
Taking the operator out of Dicey's hands is of paramount importance. They must kill Dicey. They've got to find a way to get rid of that operator. It's so key to hold on to this. You can see that Dicey knows it. He's got no shields on 86 health, but he's going to survive. And that's huge because now so many options at the beginning of the round to deal damage. But you can see that Dicey has not really been enabled too much in this game. Only 9 and 17 right now, not finding a lot of that jet impact. And it can be difficult to find jet impact. Ignore Wardell statistics because that obviously runs contradictory to me saying that.
Yes.
But it is hard on Binder's jet.
Imagine if they didn't save that operator and Vandal this round. That was huge for Dicey and Hiko to save those guns. And this is an early hookah hit. They're going to try to take control of this with the Boombot nade combo, much like 100 Thieves did all of last half. They know there's an operator in play.
Yeah, there's 3 players here for 100 Thieves. This is not the site. This is not the site to hit for TSM right now. TSM need to do more of what they've been doing so well, which is really manipulating the rotations. But that's usually off of pressure towards U-Haul that they get those. It looks like they may want to just go for it right now.
This is very sketchy because they have no long B presence, and they will go for this hookah hit. There's going to be a showstopper coming out right now.
This has to find some damage. It's not going to find any damage. Hiko and Dicey kick things off nicely. 5 versus 3 for 100 Thieves. There's huge pressure now on the remainder of TSM. Hayes takes down 1. Can't get around the corner in time. The Stinger does the job from Asuna's perspective. And there you go. 100 Thieves are going to clinch it right at the end of Bind here. 13-11. That's going to have them 2 maps to 0 in this best of 5 grand finals. Now it's a horrible story for TSM. Their backs are well and truly against the wall.
Oh man, we knew it would be difficult for them to take that Bind game, but it looked possible. And it looked like they had the momentum to take it to overtime. They just couldn't get up to that line. They couldn't do what 100 Thieves did to them. Oh my goodness. I still think TSM has a chance in this series. Like you said, Ascent and Haven are home maps for this team. This could very easily go down to the 5th map, but they have a lot of work to do now.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think going into these next 2 maps, in the past, in a close qualifier where we saw these 2 teams battle it out, it was 100 Thieves that won them, but they were both very close maps. One went to overtime, that was the Haven. So I think we're all rooting for TSM to find a resurgence here on Ascent. And honestly, if we look at, again, historically, all the matchups, both these teams are bringing a level that we haven't seen them bring before in these encounters in the past. So I don't think we can really read into that too much. It's looking amazing here, Sean. I cannot wait to see what we get on Ascent. But before we get into the next map, it's time to toss it over to the analysts.
Thank you very much, DDK. Another nail-biter, to say the least. 13-11 Valley, but 100 Thieves will take another map, pushing the series to 2-0. What's gotten into this team? They're playing on another level.
Dash, I told you. I said from the beginning, when you match up 100 Thieves attack, which was a 50% win rate, compared to TSM's 30% win rate on defense, I was like, okay, TSM, they have to hold this down, but they cannot apply all that pressure at hookah. We know what's going to happen B-Long as well. But what happened? The first time around, TSM, they played it so passive. It was perfect. You have Wardell in the back. You have Cutler behind Tuna. They were sitting pretty. They won that round. But then after that, TSM's aggression was like a double-edged sword. You know what I'm saying? They kept challenging Asuna and Hookah and just giving him ult after ult and just allowing him to walk in the site getting kills. That's not what you need. Now, we saw some smart little Omen plays, you know, him going through TP to stop Asuna and the rest of 100 Thieves, but it was just a little bit too late. Once we saw that 100 Thieves, they ultimately had the grasp of the half on attack. That was it. TSM, they were good on attack, but it was over by then.
As we pull up the Prime Gaming map highlights, I want to get Jordan in here, as once again, 100 Thieves has pulled out some major clutches led by none other than Hiko.
Hiko, man, he's absolutely our hero of the day where 100 Thieves is concerned, specifically on this map. And well, I think we're going to talk about Hiko here in a little bit. I have to give a lot of love to my man, Steel. I mean, it's one thing to see the reaction of this team, obviously winning. Again, we talk about this being a marathon. This is a marathon, and that game was no different. To see the reaction, to see the joy from this team, and to see Steel flopping back on the couch after, I'm sure, some crazy comms as IGL 400 Thieves. He was the boogeyman for duelists on TSM. How do you best counter Wardell with an op? Give Steel a Vandal.
Yeah. And on top of that, I think when you're looking at Steel, if you are a Cypher player, I never considered Steel to be a Cypher player or #1 Cypher player because he always played Killjoy. But looking at this tournament, ever since the changes from the latest patch that actually had some changes to the kits of Killjoy and of Cypher, Steel started playing Cypher. And no sweaty one-ways into lamps. The camera placement that actually, if it's not him killing Wardell, the way that he places cameras that sees through smokes or just above smokes that could still tag TSM as they're trying to push forward, he's able to with just his camera, to help his teammates position themselves to get those wins. But again, if you look at this matchup overall, it's 13-11 for TSM, but that shouldn't have been a win for 100 Thieves. It was a lot of mistakes from TSM in the end when they had those 2 versus 1s, those 1 versus 1s. And who's the man to sing for this map? It's definitely Hiko. I mean, at least 4 clutches into that one. The way that he's moving around the map, man, that meme that came in from Asuna being that I die for my boomers. This guy stays alive for the zoomers. He is on point. These guys are here to play. It's going to be I still think it's going to go 5 maps no matter what, though, because TSM, they're not giving up. Double overtime first map, 13-11 here.
Veli, what you got for me?
I was going to say, you cannot take that win away from 100 Thieves. He played it perfectly. You know what? TSM, they lost the map, and it was their fault. Why? We all saw when the side switched, they were attacking Sub-Roses so aggressively. And in order to do that, you just destroy their economy. So killing Sub-Rosa first on the pistol round, okay? Then the second round, they all pushed down B long. They knew what he was going to do. It was so predictable. They attacked their pockets. They attacked one of their best players. And that's how you get the win. If you can't adapt, then you don't deserve the win. In 100 Thieves, they were the best at that.
Gonna rewatch one of those Hiko clutches here.
My God.
On A site. Let's take a look.
It was so nice to see, like the way that he still has his kits. He's waiting. He's got another shock dart. He's able to zone out. From that dart, he knows that Joan is playing towards showers. The thing is, I like from Joan that he was in an off angle and instead of playing on the left side, thinking that Hiko was going to clear that area. He actually went towards the right side, goes for the clear, but somehow Hiko, he just read him like a book. Still turned around, went for a fake tap, still killed him and clutched it.
I love seeing a reaction like that. I love seeing the smiles across the faces of 100 Thieves. I also want to call out what we had seen there, the ace out of Asuna. In so many ways, Jordan living up to that tweet that he threw out yesterday, throwing his body out in front to build the space for the rest of the squad, and he gets it done. But my question to you, as we're looking at a map 3, as we're looking at an Ascent, and we want more games, what's got to change for TSM? What do they got to figure out between now and getting back out there on the map to bring us to a 4th map?
It's interesting here, right? We go back to that nightmarish, bad dream, embarrassing loss to 100 Thieves on Ascent, on a map that they felt really, really confident in. They lost 7-13 here. So you have to think, like, there's a couple of things here, right? Like there's a way that TSM goes into this with a brand new mindset, brand new mental, new strats, et cetera, probably have gone over rigorous amounts, vigorously, of gameplay from that last matchup. And I think that we're going to see some different strategies here that we probably have never seen before, which is definitely a very exciting thing. The other thing that could happen here is that it's haunting, and maybe we get, maybe 100 Thieves gets inside of the head of TSM. We saw a very frustrated reaction from Hayes a little while ago. Granted, he did rage frag the round after. There's no telling what's going to happen here. I think it's just a matter of just kind of seeing where the momentum shifts, because I do feel like with Ascent, with this 3rd map, whoever catches momentum at the top of this matchup is going to ultimately take this map. So whether that be 100 Thieves or TSM, we'll have to find out.
Veli, I want to get your final thoughts here before we go to that 3rd map in Ascent. TSM's got to get it done to extend the series and keep that fight alive for the trophy.
If TSM does not want to get swept, you got to start with the basics. We all saw how they attacked aggressively their star players, still challenging Wardell in 1v1s. Subroja getting pushed out of his lanes. You're going to have to get the trades there, just like we saw the first step, and make sure you have your teammates back. I don't think this individual play that TSM relied on so heavily against teams like Envy is going to work this time around.
And stop Hiko.
Stop. Oh, you got to stop Pico. You got to stop them all. Let's be honest. We know the trophy's on the line. We know the title's on the line. We know that pride is on the line for these squads. Will it be another fluke victory, or does 100 Thieves finally put their stamp here in game number 3? We're going to Ascent next. 100 Thieves on attack. We'll see you back here after this short break.
New from Playzilla.